Hello, and thank you, Rodrigo, and the Email Marketing Summit team and Safety Emails for inviting me today to join you for this wonderful summit with all of these wonderful presentations to present here today to you guys. It's very important for me. I appreciate it very much. My name is Adir Zangi, and I'm about to present to you the email marketing strategy of your dreams. Yes, that I managed to structure and improve this spatial dream strategy that I managed to compose in the last more than 10 years of experience as email marketer and digital marketer in this world. It's not just my job, it's also my hobby. I'm doing this in my day to day. I'm leaving the email marketing industry. I'm leaving the marketing automation industry, and I enjoy receiving emails. And I enjoy also to spend money and shop as a shopaholic. So I'm addicted to shopping, and I love emails, and this is like the perfect combination for me to present here to you today. I will start with presenting the presentation now. Amazing. So probably now you see my screen. So again, it's great to be here today. My name is Adir Vangi. I'm 37 years old, and I'm based in Ramat Gan. In Israel, I've been working in email marketing automation and e-commerce for over 15 years, and I'm the author of the best-selling book in Israel, Marketing on Autopilot. Of course, it's in Hebrew. As you can see, I also hold it in my hand in this picture. So I'm the founder of the Israeli largest marketing community, and I'm the head of retention at Elephant Stock. It's an e-commerce store that sells wall art. Everything that I will share with you today comes directly from my day-to-day and hands-on work. After conducting dozens of onboardings for businesses, advising hundreds of companies, and witnessing their frustration with the process, they fail, how they end up in spam, how they struggle to enjoy sending emails, and eventually they stop. So one night I decided to create a guide that would take the business owners to by hand and lead them to success to the next level in the world of email marketing. Now there's a hype, there's a trend of rethinking of the world of marketing, and I'm here to present you a new vision after doing this onboarding process over and over. I will tell you how to do this email marketing one-on-one properly. So let's move on. So it's also important to say that I am a former spammer. Yeah, I sent hundreds of thousands of emails to poor people. I burned servers and IPs. I rotated text and design. I did everything from the ground up. So when I'm doing things in the gray area or the black area, it's easier to do it in e-commerce. It's easier to do it white. So after having hard times doing like a spammer job that as I used to say, I was young and needed the money. Now it's really easy to show you how to do it properly and with good deliverability, not only good emails. So why you should even do email marketing? I know that a lot of people are talking about it, but I will give you my side of the story. As I already said, I am the owner of the marketing community on WhatsApp. And WhatsApp decided to block me with no reason. They just blocked my WhatsApp, and I was blocked. I was so frustrated. I couldn't log into the to my community, and I couldn't talk to no one, and no one contacted me because it's communication through a third-party platform. When you are using email marketing, you are communicating directly to the customer. Even if you are not paying and they are shutting you down, you still have your data on your own, unless the people themselves are unsubscribing from your list, you still can send them emails, you still can interact with them. You must do it because they want to hear you. They register because they want to hear you. $1 that is invested in email marketing should bring back between 20 to 40 USD dollar. So it's also important that if you don't see the ROI of at least $20 on your email marketing, you either don't work properly on the platform, or you don't manage to utilize it pretty much and manage to generate good revenue. Marketing automation. What is it? What is marketing automation? So when I say marketing automation, I'm referring to our ability as marketers to create customer journeys that integrate email, SMS, and other direct communication channels. These journeys are automatically triggered after defining the reason of the trigger and mapping out each stage of customer experience. It's like a rat holes, like a field with a lot of holes inside. The rats are going in and performs a lot of movements inside the dirt, and each movement creates a different scenario. So we need to know what scenarios we should react and what scenarios that are not occurring, like someone is not purchasing for a certain number of days, if we should react and how we should react. So this is like marketing automation. This is different from business automation, such as Make. That in these platforms, people are doing more of a communication between third-party platform to third-party platforms. If you want to move leads from Facebook to Excel spreadsheet, and then you want to write a comment and then send the comment to the CRM. So it's creating movement between certain platforms and not human interaction. You can also perform marketing automation abilities and communication through Make and through other business platforms, but it's not recommended. It's recommended to do everything under one roof, as you say, to make sure that everything is coherent and then you can track it properly. So this is marketing automation. But who is a great email marketer? What makes an email marketer great? What kind of skills do they have to get? So they need to be creative. This is why I love email marketing so much, because it combines all of the measures, all of the good measures in one person. This person has to be creative. You need to have copywriting skills, not actual writing, but to see if something is written good or not. Be very very sensitive to details. Need to have design sense to see if something is looking good or bad. The button is good or bad. You need to be the owner of email marketing and decide what will make the email better. Also, you need to be a data analysis. You need to be an analytics person. You need to know if the numbers are good, if the numbers are not good. You need to trigger it. If the spam rate is high, if the unsubscribe is high, you need to. You don't need to do it like monthly. You need to do it daily, every day, to make sure that everything running smoothly. But what is the most important thing is emotional intelligence. This is the most important thing that an email marketing should have. It doesn't mean that the email marketer should think if he needs to send an email or not, but what type of email the customer needs to get in a specific type of the day, specific type of the journey of the customer. I will share with you a story that in one of the companies we've sent to Mother's Day, call your mother and tell her you love her. And then we got complaints to the customer support that the mother died and they cannot call her, and they started crying. It's because we were lack of emotional intelligence. We could have make it a little bit more subtle, a little bit more easy to digest. So you need to think that you are not harming anyone, that people are enjoying your email, and people also, you need to push them to purchase a little bit. You need to stimulate them with their feelings to make them purchase. So you need to have emotional intelligence. This is the My book is talking about a journey. My book is taking the reader to a journey. It talks about segmentation and proper warm up and signatures and campaigns and flows and data analysis. It goes through each and every platform to make sure that everything is looking good and everything is stable and everything is how it should act according to a recipe. Each one of these parameters have a recipe, and it's, as I said, it's part of a journey. So what's the journey is saying overall? I'm taking you like in 296 pages in like 45 minutes. So the most important thing is to choose a platform. Right now we are talking about e-commerce, but we know we have different platforms for businesses and different platforms of CRM and email marketing for real estate. So we have different platforms. So first of all, you need to find a platform. Afterwards, you need to connect the marketing automation platform to a CRM. And then you are pushing all of the data that you have, all of the purchases and the non-purchases, all of the data, all of the subscribers and the non-subscribers to the email marketing platform from your CRM. Then you digest the data. You split the segmentation. We will go over it soon, but you need to understand how much customers do you have, how many buyers, how many non-buyers. After that, you are doing the signatures. We're also going to run it through. It's easy. It's a process of like 10 minutes and then you are over with it, although it sounds Chinese and not clear, but it's easy part. Afterwards, you design a template. You design a simple template of the email just to have something to start and send the emails to. After that, we want to tell Gmail and Yahoo, the ESPs, that we are legitimate. This is why we are doing the signatures. This is why we are sending the email. We are not taking 100 emails and send one email to them because we are going to get blocked. We are going to create the basic flows to send the basic emails, and then we're going to stimulate the purchaser to open and click and reply. If the customer is opening, clicking, and replying, we are telling to the ESPs, to Gmail, listen, you see, we send the email and the customer interacted. We are not spammers, we are legitimate. So after that, we are moving to campaigns. If we have a lot of people in the database, we are sending the emails only to people who clicked in the last 60 days. If they are not, if they are engaging, it means again, hey, you saw we sent the flow, they opened it, we send the campaigns, people also opened it, we are legitimate, we want to get good deliverability. So next time, send the email to the promotion and put it higher in the inbox of the customer. This is what it implements if we are doing it correctly. This is what it implies if we are doing it correctly. So we send the flows, we send the campaigns, the signatures are all set up. We have basic designs, and then the magic happens. Then we are starting to generate actual data, openers, clickers, purchasers. We have a lot of data. So then we analyze it and we understand which email performs well, which email haven't performed well, what we need to improve, what we can extend. We need to add more emails to the welcome, more emails to the abandoned cart. So now we have a plan. So we are looking at it from high level, and then we are moving forward and we are correcting the emails, we are fixing the flows and the campaigns, and then it's like a cycle. You are checking the data, you are giving changes, and then you are analyzing it and changing it and fixing it and again and again. So this is how it goes. Data segmentation, that's great. So regarding to the data segmentation, we need to understand that it's crucial for the customer because it helps us fully to understand our data set, identify who deserves our attention and who we might be missing. Data can be divided into many segments, but we'll focus on the four most important and essential segments everyone should be able to recreate whenever they are working. If you already have a marketing automation system, it's worth starting by segmenting your data with these basic categories. I want each one of you to go over this list of segments I am about to show you and see if your business or workplace and to show you and to see if your business or workplace you know the exact number. Let's see if you know the exact numbers. I can tell you that I live and breathe the data. And if my manager asks me a question about the data and I don't know it, I just run to the numbers again and I check it. What are the most important segments you are asking? So first of all of the data, we want to know how many emails we have in the database, how many people are active and how many are unsubscribed that we cannot send them emails. After that, we need to know the same thing about the buyers and non-buyers. How many non-buyers we have? As I work with a gadget e-commerce store, we started doing it, and surprisingly, I asked the owner of the store how many non-buyers she has, and she wasn't aware that 70% of the data are non-buyers. I told her, listen, we need to change all of the strategy. We need to focus on the non-buyers. So this is the most important thing, that we will not waste money on them. After that, we can go to VIP. We can get the 5% of people with the highest AOV, and then we can take them and also use them as VIPs and send them more emails and treat them differently. After that, if we would like to know how to send emails properly, we take the people who opened the email in specific, like let's say 90 days or 180 days, and then we perform it, we check the numbers, and we send the emails to these more high segments, more small segments to generate better click rate and better open rate to avoid getting thrown into spam. If we send all of the data over and over, it will harm our numbers, it will not generate the revenue, it's not worth it. So as I wrote here, you must know the numbers by heart. So what is the proper warm-up? This is an essential part of the onboarding process. I remember once that my car battery died, and I just pressed so hard on the gas pedal that I ended up damaging the engine. Well, I don't really know much about cars, but I definitely understand emails and how they work. That's why I make sure to gradually pump the email sending process and warm up the system slowly. I'm not like sending all the emails on one time and just like running with it and nothing will happen. I'm starting with sending like 100 emails and then 500 and then 1,000. After that, 5,000, 10,000, and then I move forward and scaling up. Last year, Google and Yahoo, the ESPs, released an update on their email quality requirements with several parameters that any business sending emails must adhere to, such as managing SPF, DKIM, and DMARC signatures according to protocol. They need to maintain the sender name and other elements to require attention. These are fundamental parts you must pay attention to. I've seen these companies that even after they were aware of the changes and I asked them to update their settings and their SPF and their DKIM, they said, oh, we don't need it. It's not important. And after that, they got burned and all their emails went into spam. They started crying and shouting, oh, I don't believe it. I didn't do anything. And my emails went into spam. So don't be like these companies. Take the settings from your marketing automation platform, take the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, implement them in the NS, in the domain. It's like simple instruction in each marketing platform for 10 minutes, and then you put it behind you. That's it. You move forward to automation and you mark V on this really basic task. So, as I said, it's horrible. We must do it and put it behind us. You need to do the basic steps and then send it gradually, send the emails gradually. Now we are moving into the actual marketing automation journeys. I run in my company over 50 journeys, more than 50 flows. But As you know, we have the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle says that 20% of the flows generate 80% of the revenue. This is the same case. The most important flow that I'm going to talk about, although I can talk about every flow that we have, is the welcome flow. This is the most important one. The welcome flow generates the highest revenue that the same owner of the company, of the gadget store, e-commerce that I told you before. She told me, I saw the numbers plunged from 20% attribution to 5%. I told her, what happened? Yeah, we closed the welcome. It was not good. I wasn't pleased from it. And I told her, listen, this is the bread and butter. You need to open the welcome pop-up and you need to generate more subscribers from this flow. When a customer subscribes in the welcome flow, we can start and track him with the first party data. This is very important. After the welcome, we have the browse abandonment, cart abandonment, and checkout. These are the most important flows that people tend to call it different names. They call the cart checkout and the browse cart, and they are mixing the events. So you need to make sure that the browse abandonment is with someone who's leaving the page. The cart abandonment is with someone that's neglecting the cart. A checkout abandonment, it's the most important thing. It's the last stage that someone decided eventually before he's putting the credit card to avoid making the purchase. You need to understand why. Another good flow is the thank you. One tip of the thank you flow, I'm creating a text email, only text email, and I'm placing it properly like the owner or the CEO of the company created this email, and then I send it to the customers, and it feels very private as a textual email. Sunset email, also good. People feel like they are offended from this email, the reader, the subscriber, then it's good. Because we need to tell the customer, listen, you have two options. You can be engaged with the email and purchase with us, or you can unsubscribe, and it's okay. We will not get offended if you will unsubscribe. That's okay. Reviews email, also important for the reviews email. The reviews email in e-commerce stimulate more purchases, more confidence to the brand. People also that feels in the reviews will go and purchase from you again. Before people are dissing your brand in different third-party reviews platforms, you can keep it in-house and make sure that they are pleased and catch them before they are going frustrated. Win-back flows. I like the win-back flows because it's after the replenishment, after the retention, we try to make the customer purchase again, and he decided not to. So the win-back is the time we are getting more aggressive and we are pushing it forward to generate more revenue. So this is these are the most important flows that I can recommend you to do. If you have an e-commerce store, use these flows, and you will be able to start with a good pace. So these are emails that I liked very much. We have Riley with the welcome email. We have Vance with the thank you email. We have Havaianas. As you can see, they are using the. If you will see a lot of emails of abandoned carts, some things will going to pop, like the same structure will going to pop over and over with the big companies because they're all imitating each one the other, and the email marketers already know the game. So every email has a recipe. This is the abandoned cart recipe that first of all they are doing the 20% off, then they put the button, and after that they are putting the product. This is very important. This is very basic flow, very basic email structure. And of course, the basic email of the reviews. Do you like us? The image, and then I would put here also a button, but we decided to put here only the stars. Okay. Newsflash, I'm going to make a methodic stop. You need to use AI to use it for insights, ideas, analysis, and all of the parts to get it united and to consult with it. It's not just replacing you. It's not replacing you yet, but it's going to replace you if you will not use it properly. I use it for subject lines. I use it for A/B test creations. I use it for campaign analysis, to create images for email, to supercharge my product feed, to create marketing guns for the next quarter. I consult with him each and every day. You must consult with it. Also, you need to make sure that you are on top of all the new products. It's even worth to give like $20 a month just to try it out. Now we are moving, we were in the segmentation, then we moved to the warm up. After that, we moved to campaigns, to flows, and now we are moving to campaigns. In the campaigns, again, I'm sending like 30 emails a month, each and every day. So I have a different email for each time. So I will share with you the emails that I'm doing to make sure that you will, again, every type of email here have a recipe of its own. If you will take all the bestseller emails, you will see something similar. If you will take all the testimonials emails, you will see something similar, and we will run it now through it. But before it, in terms of campaigns, it's important to scale slowly, as we said in the beginning, to help warm up the account, which is why you should send emails to engage with your customers. Additionally, there are evergreen campaigns, as I showed here, meaning they can always be sent out and be customized differently to match the holiday spirit of the brand tone. Think what is the purpose of each campaign, what's your goals from it, and how you can maximize the revenue and reduce your customer churn from it. If someone like unsubscribe from your brand, you shouldn't be mad at him. You should be pleased that he only unsubscribed and he haven't told you that you are a spammer and he haven't complained about spamming, because if he's not interested to make a purchase, he can just leave. These are good examples from the type of campaigns that I'm doing. As you can see, this is the reviews email. You can see the product and the reviews. Usually they put also a name here. This is like all the emails are very long, so I put only the above the fold part. The best sellers and the new drops are good emails. When you have new drops, especially during the holiday season, it generates a lot of revenue. And ends tonight, the mystery flash sale, something that will stimulate customers to purchase. But probably now you are thinking to yourself, okay, he shows us only examples from other brands. He's probably not doing it. But as I showed you, I'm doing it also for my brand. These are emails that went out in August. So you can see here the reviews email that I like to take the actual email, the actual image of the customer. As you can see, I'm giving here the first name and the actual text. I like it raw. I like it like that it's not like Photoshop. This is like the actual image that the customer uploaded. We have the new collections that we are sending, it's the new drops, and we specifically take, I like this email, I like this design of this retro goat or whatever that it is, pop goat, that we are taking the best collection that is being sent from the artist, and then we are sending it like designed in special feature for all of the customers, and it's going out amazing. Even the 24-hour sale, it's very easy to make like a GIF. I'm not putting here any products. I'm just stimulating the people that have the urge to purchase, and I'm not telling them what is the discount. They are going to the website and they see a pop-up, and then on the pop-up only they see the discount. Another methodic stop. There are people here in this live broadcast that don't like to send emails. Yes, there are people that they are afraid to send emails, that they will say, oh, people will think that I'm a spammer. I don't like to bother other people. But you need to remember, you are not your customer. You are the person with the emotional intelligence that need to decide to send the emails to the customer. So you need to say how you can send more emails and generate more revenue from emails, more SMSs. Don't feel that you are bothering the customers. You are not bothering them. If 0.01% will feel that he is bothered, he can click on the unsubscribe and we can tell him thank you, but no thank you, you can leave. So we ran until the end, and now we arrived to the KPI. This is the most important thing. You need to live and breathe it. You need to see all of the basic KPIs of the email marketing. This is what we are seeing here below. The open rate and the click rate and the bounce rate and the red flags, I call them, the unsubscribe rate and spam complaint. You need to make sure that if, as you send more emails, the amount of unsubscribe and spam complaints are dropping. So it's very important for you to understand it. You need to understand what is your daily benchmark, weekly benchmark, and monthly benchmark to make sure that you are on point and you are generating. I haven't shown here the revenue, but the attribution of the attribution window that you have in your email marketing platform, you should remember it month by month after that. So do A/B tests all the time and see who is in the competition, who is winning, what's the buttons, what's the gifts that are converting better, which designs are converting better. You need to be focused on A/B tests. As long as many A/B tests that you are doing, the more revenue that you will be managed to generate and to understand your customers better. You need to know what your hero products, what's selling the best, and then you take this information, you take this data, you take this personalization and segmentation data, and you put it in the emails. And then if you can connect the next product that your customer will purchase to the workflow and to the campaigns, you will generate a lot of revenue if you do it in the right time, in the specific time that the customer will purchase. So you need to understand the ROI and the ROAS for the both acquisition and retention. Acquisition is when the non-buyers are registering to the platform and need to purchase for the first time, and the retention for the ROI of the people that already came to our platform and purchased, and then they are just waiting for a new product for you to show them that they will purchase. Wow. As you can see, we have some classic campaigns. I told you, if you will put emails one next to the other with the same format, you will start to see that things are popping. You can see the 25% and the button, 30% and the buttons. You can see the buttons are very clear. You can see the coupon code as the button is very clear. That the color is differentiating from the email itself. It's very bright. You can see it's kind of a triangle. You see here, like the eye is going from the left to the right to the bottom, left, right to the bottom. So these are all emails with the same structure. Then in this bottom part, you can do like the bestsellers or collections or new drops. It's everything that we've been through in the campaigns. After we are doing the above the fold campaign with the discount, you can combine it with other elements as we showed in the campaign. What makes a good email to amazing email? So width should be 600 pixels. Don't get overcomplicated with it. Your email will just break. The typography of the product. So this is what the designers are doing and the email marketers. They are using XD or Figma to create the emails, and then they are cutting the emails into stripes, and then they are pushing it into the email platform in stripes, and then it loads faster and it looks better. And before that, you can take the stripes, you can put them in a JPG shrinker, and then the email will be lighter. It will go properly to the promotions, and then you need to make sure that you're writing the alt text every time properly in the platform. So each stripe should have its own text. So typography, design it in Figma, XD, we said it. Strong offer, 25%, 30%. Give discounts. As an e-commerce store, as D2C, direct to consumer, I believe that you should put discount every time in your store. A large visible fonts, the code. If you are not putting in the code and they are getting 30% with the checkout, I recommend you to save. Large button, different color of the button, right short now, straight to the point, eye-catching visuals and GIFs. Like, don't put the GIFs running too fast. It will just cause them to like getting nauseous. So do the slow GIFs, and of course the above the fold discount. This is very important. I can find hundreds of emails like in these designs. I want to tell you, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it very much. You need to enjoy the ride. You need to enjoy creating emails, being creative, enjoy the process. You need to be so creative. As I said, you need to have so much skills to do it. You need to be also with the content and be in charge of the design, and to see how, like a shepherd, you are leading all of the customers through the correct way. So you need to enjoy the process. You need to know how to scale it better and improve it, and consult with the AI as your best friend to make sure that you generate the highest revenue with the lowest frustrated customers that you can get. I will stop the presentation that you will be able to see me. So I wanted to say that thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it very much. Thank you again to Safety Emails, to Rodrigo, to the amazing people in the Email Marketing Summit for inviting me. And if you have any questions, you can find me on LinkedIn or Facebook. You can search Adir Zangi. I will be happy to answer the questions. I am here if you have anything that you would like to share with me. Thank you very much for your time.